Hi, I'm Dee Dee, and this is Randy, and we're here at Frederick County Animal Control Center with some adoptable pets this week. And we would like to start this episode with Jimmer. And Jimmer is about 4 months old. Kittens typically stay with their mother until they are 2 months old, when they're weaned, and then they are off on their own. And this little kitten and his sibling came to us as strays. And this is the start of our kitten season. Usually between April and May, thousands of kittens are born to stray and unspayed, loosely owned cats in Frederick County. And those kittens, many of them end up in the shelter if they're not taken in by people looking for a kitten. The great thing about getting your kitten from the animal shelter is that you'll get your kitten already spayed or neutered, started on vaccinations, wormed, treated for fleas, and given a once-over. So it's an old joke that people say, how much is a free kitten? It can be pretty expensive to get a stray kitten started off with the vet. Well worth it because they live a long time and make wonderful companions, but you really can get a head start by getting your kitten from the shelter. And starting in the middle of April, we have thousands of kittens to adopt between April and October. So if you have been thinking it's better to adopt an older cat because more people want kittens, that's great. We do have older cats that need to be adopted. You'll meet a few in a minute. But we have so many kittens every summer season that we need to find as many homes for them too. So if you have your heart set on a kitten, no reason not to get one because we will have plenty. All colors, all ages, all types of personalities. So please come by the shelter and see our adoptable cats and kittens. And if you think that Jimmer would make a good match for you or someone that you know, then please pass his Pet Finder picture around and a link to this episode of Pet Pals to someone who might be interested. Our next guest is Conan, and Conan is a 3-year-old black cat with some white markings. He came to us as a stray, and the advantage of getting an adult cat from the shelter is the same as getting a kitten, obviously. We neuter them, treat them for fleas and worms, get them started on their vaccines. So that very first vet checkup is taken care of by adopting an animal from the shelter. But we do want you to take any pet that you adopt to the vet of your choice shortly after adoption, just to get a healthy assessment of your new pet and get a relationship with a vet in case you have any emergencies, and also for the vet to tell you what you'll be needing over the course of the animal's lifetime. There are many different vaccines that cats can get. Rabies is required by law, and the others you would discuss with your veterinarian. They have to do with how your cat's going to live and whether he's going to have access to the out of doors. He's looking at our aquarium off camera with some interest. So Conan is a very low-key adult male cat, and some people prefer the look of a male cat because they have that big head, and they are usually very friendly and outgoing, so make a very good pet. And some people worry about spraying in male cats, and spraying is the name of a behavior for marking some urine on vertical surfaces for unneutered male cats. Once they're neutered, that problem is resolved. There is a separate behavioral problem in cats that's not gender specific. Males and females alike do it, and not all cats do it, but it is an avoidance of the litter box, which means simply not using the litter box for various reasons, and that has nothing to do with gender and nothing to do with being spayed and neutered. If your cat does have such a behavior problem, then we're happy to talk to anybody about that. The cats that are here in the shelter use a litter box full of wood pellets on a flat cardboard, so we can say with confidence that if they will use that litter box, which is not ideal to a cat's taste, then they'll use any litter box. So we do that as well for you here as part of screening which of the cats will make wonderful companions. So if you think that Conan would be a good match for you, then please come by the shelter on Rosemont and meet him. We are Frederick County's only shelter, and we are open late on Wednesday and Thursday nights for your convenience till 8. Our next guest is Redwing, and Redwing is another domestic short-hair black cat. Redwing is between 1 and 2 years old. Conan, you previously met, was 3 years old, and in a minute we're going to meet a 1-year-old. So if there is any kind of cat that you would like to adopt, I am sure that over the course of a few months we have a cat just like that here in the shelter. People often asked about purebreds, and we get Persians, Himalayans, Siamese. We had a Bengal this summer but found his owner. So any kind of cat you might like to adopt is surely going to pass through the shelter. Unfortunately for us, because the numbers of cats that need homes are so high, but fortunately for those of you who are looking and have any particular preferences for personality or color or age, we can make the match. Redwing came from a group of cats that a gentleman was feeding on his property and taming for us and bringing into the shelter to get them off the street. Redwing is the last remaining of that batch, and as you can see, it has done some good for him to be here in the shelter and be handled every day, because when he first came in, he was quite shy. And now he's very friendly with us and enjoys having visitors, so he is definitely ready for a new home. If you think that Redwing would make a good match for you or your family or someone that you know, please pass on his information or come by and meet him. Our next guest is Blackie. Blackie is a female domestic medium hair, almost long hair. And despite her fluffy size, she's pretty petite under there. And she was recently spayed, and Blackie came to us as a previously owned kitty. And many cats come to us from people who take in a cat and care for it for some time, either for a friend or off the street. And then when they realize they're moving or they can't find pet sitters for their summer vacation, they realize that they can't really commit to keeping the pet long term, and the cat ends up with us. So Blackie is with us looking for a new home and thinking about leaving the TV show. Yeah. And she is available for adoption. And she is only a year old, so she still has some kitten energy level and behavior. So she's looking for a new home and is available at the shelter. And remember that we're open on Saturdays, and would love for you to come by and meet all of our adoptable cats. She's going to get the turtles. Our last guest is Shy Tulip. Tulip came as a stray to the shelter, and she does like people and enjoys being handled, but she is shy, as you can see, shy of the camera and shy of being the spotlight. Tulip is a domestic short-hair calico. We think she is she's a couple years old, but most importantly, she has extra toes. And that is a common genetic difference of cats called polydactylism, which just means extra toes. And it's supposed to, mythologically, make them better hunters. So I don't know if that's actually true, but their little feet, let me see if she'll let me show you her little feet. Their little feet look like they have mittens. And it's a perfectly normal trait of cats. It is inherited, or seems to be. So she probably came from a family where that was a common trait. And here, sweetie, why don't you turn so we could see? You're so cute. And so she is looking for a new home. Obviously, we would like to find her a home with someone who will be patient and kind to her, because living as a stray, we don't know what may have happened to her while she was out on her own. But as I said, she does like people, and she's easy enough to handle and comfortable with us and the things that we do here at the shelter. But she is a little overwhelmed by living in a cage after living free. So we are having to entice her to eat and get her used to the busy noises of the shelter. And while the cats are housed in a place without any dogs, they're still aware that there are dogs here. They can hear barking. And sometimes that's a little hard for cats like Tulip, who are shy and worried about things. So hopefully we will find her a very quiet, gentle home where she can be appreciated and able to feel safe again. If you think that Tulip would be a nice pet for you or someone that you know, then please give us a call or come by the shelter, check out her picture on Pet Finder, and pass it around. We are going to take a break now and get some more animals ready for your viewing pleasure and get Tulip back to where she feels safe and comfortable. And we'll be right back. Hope you join us.
Get out and be active. The Frederick County Division of Parks and Recreation offers a variety of recreational opportunities for citizens of all ages and ability. Experience the fun and excitement by visiting our special events, participating in youth activities such as youth sports, cooking classes, or camps. Or get in shape by attending one of our many fitness classes, martial art classes, or dance classes. Whatever you're looking for, we are sure to have it. The Frederick County Division of Parks and Recreation, where Frederick County comes to play.
If you're 55 or older and looking for a way to get moving and strengthen your body, then join the Frederick Senior Center for its strength training class. This class is offered daily and no pre-registration is required. For just $2 a class, you can develop strength, flexibility, balance, and coordination. Strength training also increases your metabolism, which can help control weight gain and help lower your blood pressure. So stop thinking about it and start exercising today. Classes are offered at the Frederick Senior Center, located at 1440 Taney Avenue in Frederick. For more information and class schedules, call 301-600-1605.
Welcome back to Pet Pals. We are back with Sophie. This is one of our adoptable pets at the Frederick County Animal Control Center. Sometimes people assume that the shelter has mostly dogs, and the fact of the matter is that we have more cats than we do dogs, although we do have plenty of dogs, but we also accept any unwanted animals from Frederick County citizens. So we have turtles in the shelter right now, mice in the shelter right now. We work with small angels to house chinchillas and hedgehogs. So if you are interested in a more exotic small animal, then we can get you in touch with small angels for that adoption. But here in the shelter with us today, we have two bunnies, and one of them, a guest on this episode of Pet Pals, is named Sophie. She is a mini Holland Lop, and she is available for adoption. One of the things people often think about adopting a rabbit is that it's an easy pet. They don't have to go for walks like a dog. They don't have to have a litter pan like a cat, although they will use a litter pan within their cage enclosure. But it would be a mistake to think that rabbits take less time than dogs or cats. It's just that you spend the time differently. You can go on YouTube and look up agility rabbits and see all of the things that rabbits can be trained to do. They can go through tunnels and go climb across bridges. They're very agile, very friendly, curious animals, and they really need to have an enriched life, like all pets and all animals, including people, to develop to their fullest. So if you think that a rabbit would be a good pet for you, then call the shelter or go to houserabbit.org and see what's involved in taking care of a bunny, and let us know if you're interested, and we can help you out.
He's free until next Easter.
Yeah. We are back with Bella, and Bella is a German Shepherd type mix, and she is available for adoption at the shelter. She does, yeah, she does sit when she's asked to, and she does have a lot of experience with people walking on a leash and whatnot. So if you think that Bella would be a good match for you or someone that you know, come in and meet her. One of the things that is nice about adopting a dog that's been previously owned is that we ask the owners to fill out an extensive profile about the dogs. Their house training experience, their experience with kids, their experience with other pets, and that can help you make a decision about which dog matches the best with your own family. one of the things that people often say about adopting strays is that they worry about it because we don't know anything about the dog. But here at the shelter, we don't feel that that's true at all, because while we care for the dog here in the shelter, we consider ourselves the animal's current home, and we make notes about the animal's comfort with other dogs, comfort having food taken away, interest in treats, and we will share all that with you as well. But some people do like to adopt a pet that has for sure lived in a house and been crate trained and been around kids, so that they can have the confidence that the dog's experience matches the type of situation that they're going to provide for the dog. So if you think that Bella would make a good match for you or someone that you know, please let us know. Please pass her picture on to someone that might be interested. She is ready and excited to go somewhere. This is a hound that came to us as a stray, probably foxhound or treeing walker coonhound. And it is common for us to get purebred hunting dogs as strays because hounds are taken out by hunters in packs, and they are supposed to corner coonhounds in a tree for a hunter, or to chase rabbits or even foxes while people ride alongside on horseback. And sometimes in the pack of dogs that is out together, one gets separated from the group or takes off after a deer, which is not the chosen prey, but of course the dogs enjoy all kinds of hunting, and gets separated from the group, doesn't get picked up at the end of the hunt and taken back to the hunting kennel. If anyone knows of someone missing one of their hunting dogs, then it would be great for them to call us and be reunited with him. But we are offering this dog, we've given him the name of Duke, for adoption, because he's very comfortable with people, easy to handle. As you can see, a lot of hounds are pull on the leash and are high energy, and he is definitely mellow enough to make a really great family pet. One of the things that people really like about hounds is that they usually love other dogs, and they usually like all people, and can make for a really great family pet. So if you think that Duke would be a good match for you or someone that you know, or if you know of someone who's missing one of their hunting dogs, please direct them to the shelter. We would like to get him back where he belongs, or into a new home where he can really have a great life. We are back with Jackson. Jackson is a male miniature pinscher, and he came to us previously owned, and the owners had another dog that was not spayed, and while she was in heat, there was a dog fight and someone got bitten and big hullabaloo at the house. So the family decided to part with Jackson to make things easier for them in the household they're trying to manage, and so he is available for adoption. And I purposely did not tell you his age because I wanted you to see him and see what a great looking dog he is. He's 7 years old. And a lot of times people say, oh, 7 years old, that's an old dog. But as far as animal control is concerned, not old at all. Most dogs live to be 12 or 13. Small dogs live longer. So because he's small, he has 7 to 10 years left to give, and that is often more commitment than families can make to a dog in the first place. So if you know what you're going to be doing for the next 17 years, then great, get a young dog. But if you know that you might be moving 10 years from now, or you might have kids that grow up and go away to college and want to travel the world, then you definitely need to get a middle-aged dog so that you can make the commitment to the time that dog has left to give. And Jackson, being 7, has a considerable amount of time left to make a wonderful pet for a family that suits him. So if you think that you are interested in a dog like Jackson, consider this energy level, which is fantastic. You can pick him up, he'll sit on your lap, he's good in the car, he's already crate trained, so there is a lot that older dogs offer in the way of experience. He's used to kids of all ages, so please do not be put off by the age of a dog because in your mind you think a 7-year-old dog is mature. In a small dog that's middle-aged, he's in his prime, and would gladly fit into a new home. Also not true that you can't teach old dogs anything. Age has nothing to do with learning ability, and he is ready to try again, and we are hoping to find a family who can do the same. We are back with Dolce, and Dolce is obviously an American Pit Bull Terrier, or maybe even a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. A lot of people don't know that pit bulls are is a description for a class of dogs and not just one particular kind of dog. There's Staffordshire Terriers, English Bull Terriers, American Bulldogs, Staffordshire Bull Terriers, American Pit Bull Terriers, and none of that really matters. What matters is that all of these dogs are a creation of people mixing bulldogs and terriers so that they will be great all-around family and farm dogs, and they can do everything. They're able to kill rats in a barn, help herd pigs, watch the kids. So they were created to be that all-around dog. What has happened to malign these poor dogs is that they are also used in gambling on illegal dog fighting. And that's a real shame, because what that means is that the dogs have gotten a reputation for being vicious when the truth is their gladiator spirit with other dogs trained for such things is unmatched. They really are just like every other kind of dog. They need training, they like to play, they need a person to watch out for them and take care of them. And among animal control workers, they tend to be one of our favorite breeds of dogs, not only because of the situation they've been put in serving people to their own death. I mean, this is how loyal these dogs are, is that they will do anything their owner asks, even if it's a bad thing. So what we try to do for these dogs is to work hard to educate people that they are no different from any other kind of dog. There's no such thing as a locking jaw, and they don't get a taste for blood and then kill people. These are all horrible things that are passed along by the extra attention that this group of breeds of dogs gets. So we hope that if you are up to the challenge of handling a larger mixed terrier, which is what bully breeds are, that you would consider getting one from a shelter, because we do some screening for you. We test them out with food and with other dogs, and we don't like throw them into a cage with another dog. That would be irresponsible. But we make sure that while they walk past other dogs' cages, they're not over-interested, that they can handle walking on a leash and doing the kinds of things that you're going to need any dog to do. And of course, we do that for all dogs. But we really want to help people not be biased against any particular breed, whether it be a poodle, a pug, a German shepherd, or one of the bully breeds, because the fact is a dog, and while breeds have skills that they can do well when trained to use those skills, that they all need the same thing. They need a person who is going to be responsible and take care of them and teach them some good manners. So if you think that this beautiful blue brindle or fawn brindle pitty would make a nice match for you or someone that you know, please give us a call, because she is a great dog. Thank you for joining us on Pet Pals. We will be back next week with some more adoptable animals. And if you would like to find out more about our pets, you like the camera now, then go to the link below or check them out on Pet Finder, and come by the shelter, obviously, and meet them all. We have new ones every day, and they all need a good home. Thanks for joining us.